Welcome to Charlie Jane Speakers Radio. This is the show where we share speaking tips, tools, and resources to help you grow your public speaking business. Our goal at Charlie Jane is to get you, the speaker, on the platform in front of thousands of people so that you can teach and motivate your audience, enriching and empowering them to lead fulfilling lives. And now, here's your host, Wendi McNeil.
Hey there, it's Wendi McNeil here from Charlie Jane Speakers coming to you today with another podcast. Today I'm going to talk about what are the 3 C's of speaking and how can you leverage them for success. It's going to be a great podcast, but first I want to welcome you over to our free Facebook group. It is amazing. You will not be disappointed. It is called Breakthrough Public Speakers. Breakthrough Public Speakers. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, that doesn't quite sound right, Wendi. That's probably because recently we did change our Facebook group. It used to be called Grow Your Speaking Biz, but it is now called Breakthrough Public Speakers. We did this for multiple reasons. I won't get into them right now, but mostly for marketing purposes. So you can find us over there on Facebook. I'm going to leave the link in the show notes for you. Oh, can't wait to see you over in our group. On with today's podcast. What are the 3 C's of speaking and how can you leverage them for success? All right. If you're early in your speaking career, you're just starting a speaking business and you're kind of looking for some hints, you're looking for, tips for success, you may well have come across the so-called 3 C's during your online research and learning. While they were developed for a very specific purpose, as you'll find out here shortly, you can still use them in your own speeches to help you deliver your message more effectively and improve your performance on stage. So you're like, what the heck, Wendi, are the 3 C's and where do they come from? Well, I'll tell you really quick the background and the development of the 3 C's. The 3 C's were first developed and promoted by FameLab, a competition that pits leading scientists against each other in a 3-minute presentations that have to really wow the judges and the audience members with their scientific insights. Okay, so now think TED Talks, but on a tight schedule and only covering scientific research. So the 3 C's represent the judging criteria of the speeches, and they stand for content, clarity, and charisma. While this specific competition will probably have little meaning, or any influence on your individual speaking journey, the 3 C's can be very helpful in improving and honing your speaking skills. So we'll take a little closer look here at each one of the 3 C's and see how you can just really leverage them into your talks. While their origin may hold little relevance for you personally, unless you happen to be in the science field, of course, the 3 C's can be very helpful when it comes to improving your speaking skills. Here is how each of the 3 C's can be used to perfect your speeches. Number 1 C is content. It's content. You could be the best speaker in the world, but if your content isn't up to scratch, your audience won't be interested, right? It's as simple as that. If your content isn't good, your audience isn't going to be interested. I've said this so many times that I feel like a broken record, but your content has to be tailored to your audience. It has to be tailored to your audience. Yes, you will have niched yourself down to serve a very specific group of people, but there's always room to cater specifically to the audience in the room in front of you. So maybe you're a speaker in the real estate market. So are talks delivered at a local realtors networking event compared to an American Bankers Association conference. So you've got to ensure that your content is relevant to your audience and interesting enough to keep them engaged. That is the first C, content. The second one is clarity. Clarity. You will hear me talk about this a lot. And I've spoken at length about the importance of clarity in speaking and in your speaking business. And it's something that you should always keep in mind when you're writing, and you're practicing your presentations. Relevant content isn't going to help if you deliver your talk with language that's overwhelming your audience, right? Or if it's challenging to follow. You should never, ever leave your audience guessing about the meaning or purpose of your words. I want you to use simple and direct language that's easy to understand and avoid complex speech or presentation, structures. Number 3 is charisma. There's no question that to succeed in this business, you need to possess a certain degree of charisma. So let me be clear. Not everyone's charisma is the same. Some can, dazzle the audiences with their knowledge, whereas others are more able to create an emotional engagement through personal stories that leave their audiences hanging on every word. The point is, when you deliver your speech in a charismatic way, it makes your audience far more likely to both listen and remember what you said. It creates connections on a personal level. Okay, and it makes it easier for them to engage and resonate with your message. Some people are brilliant, absolutely brilliant at writing speeches and delivering an organized and a clean presentation. But if you don't quite have that charisma on stage, you're going to need to find a way to draw it out of yourself to be successful. So being really, it is natural. I know it's natural for a lot of us to be nervous when you're on stage. So I want you to incorporate the 3 C's into your speaking routine for success. Now, if you've ever been curious about the 3 C's after searching online for tips on how to, speak better, now you know where they came from, what they stand for, and how they can help you achieve engagement and ultimately success when giving your talks. Of course, these are just 3 terms that offer useful guidance when it comes to speaking, but there's a lot more to becoming a successful speaker. Now, that said, they are a great starting point if you want to learn more about improving your onstage performance. So, if you're on the hunt for more tips and tricks, be sure to check out all the other training episodes I do have on my website, charliejane.com, CharlieJane.com. There is one on there that is called How to Better Connect with Your Audience, and that can be found under training episodes. So also, again, I want to invite you over to our free Facebook group. It is now called Breakthrough Public Speakers. It's an amazing group. You will not be disappointed. There's speakers in there that are just thinking about it. There's speakers in there that are a few years under their belt, and we have speakers in there that have been in there 30 plus years. So hop on over. I will look forward to seeing you over there. So that is it for today's podcast. Y'all take care. Bye.